Hello, I'm Paul Salazar at Hilton and Hyland Real Estate, Beverly Hills. Welcome to my From Expired to Sold web series. If you don't know, I specialize in selling properties that were already on the market with another agent from 6 months to up to 3 years. I go in as a new agent with a new approach, and I try to figure out first why I didn't sell, what's going on, is it price, is it marketing, is it the agent? And I make the changes necessary and I get it sold. So this webinar is a case study about a property I sold on 1905 North Beverly Drive in Beverly Hills Post Office. Great area, great property. We made some changes. We got it sold and the seller was able to move to her next destination. All right, let's get started. If this is your first webinar watching me, I'm an agent at Hilton and Hyland. We are a premier luxury broker in Beverly Hills, and we sell properties up to $225 million. I've been in the business for the last 15 years. I'm also a property investor. I've sold over $500 million in real estate. If you guys want to check me out, I do a lot of content on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. So if you guys need to reach me for whatever reason, feel free to reach out there, or you can call me or email me. All right, let's get right into it. 1905 North Beverly Drive, Beverly Hills Post Office, on the market for 2.3, on the market for 72 days with one agent, 0 offers. Once it came off the market, obviously we're allowed to call those prospects. If you're a seller watching, if you're looking for a new agent, make sure you find an agent who's experienced with selling expireds or cancel listings, because there is a different method and different marketing plan, a different approach when selling properties that were already on the market. All right, so let's go back and let's see, why didn't it sell? I'm a detective here, right? Inspector Gadget. And I'm trying to figure out why it didn't sell, right? Is it lack of marketing? Is it the agent? Is it the price? For this one, it was a little bit of everything, okay? That house looked way too dark. It was too cluttered. And I'll show you some of those photos. There was no walkthrough video. There's no aerial shots. There's no twilight photography, and there was no property website. Insufficient house prep. We did a lot of work to this property. We painted, we staged it. We took a lot of the window coverings out and the wallpaper out. I have a lot of great photos to show you how we transformed this property to get it sold to today's buyers. Like you see here, the seller's furniture did not suit today's buyer. The owner had lived there for, I think, over 40 years. And she had a little bit, different style, and it wasn't appropriate for today's buyer, right? So that's what I do as an agent. I tell the seller how it is. Hey, we need to, stage your property with some more contemporary furniture, or we got to drop the price down to a price where the buyer can look past this. That's the problem. Most buyers out there, they don't have the vision and they don't have the time to look at properties that they don't like on the MLS, on Zillow, on Redfin, right? They want to look at properties that are turnkey, ready to move in. And a lot of sellers don't understand that. It's important that if you're a seller, you hire somebody that understands these things and that can be honest with you and can be frank with you and tell you how it is. All right, let's get into it. We staged the property and made a world of difference. You can see here, not only did we stage it, but look at the photography, right? On the left, it's kind of dark. The photographer doesn't use, big flash, lighting. My photographer has multiple flash lighting so that the room looks nice and bright. They also put on the fireplace, very simple fix. And you can see the difference. It was a beautiful mid-century house, and we made sure that the stager used mid-century furniture to stage the property. The dining room, as you can see, again, very, very dark. On the right, we added a mirror at the end right there where they used to have a china, and that also gives it some more light. We opened up all the window blinds. You can see here on the left, they had closed the ones at the bottom. We want to have all that light coming in, right? And we also chose a time of day where there was more light. This property is in a canyon. So, in the afternoons, the property does get less light. So that was a challenge for us. So we wanted to make sure that when we took the photos, We took the photos during the day when the house looked its brightest. All right, here on the left, this was the main photo that they use on the MLS. I don't think anybody is going to go, take a look at a property when you see a photo like this on the left. You got a car parked in the garage. I mean, I don't understand how these agents even sell properties, right? Even in a hot market, right? You would think that, these properties would sell, but they don't, right? So obviously we removed the car, we exposed the carport, and you can see how big it is. We also use a drone here because this property is on a hillside. So we used a drone to get a better vantage point, not only of the house, but you can see the hill in the background, and it just looks much, much nicer. Back here in the backyard, we staged it as well. Again, we also trim the trees. I didn't personally trim the trees, but I talked to the gardener and I said, hey, this is what we have to do, right? So I really spearhead this entire effort. I spearhead the painters, the stagers, the gardener. I really organize all these people and I tell them what to do in order to get the house ready, because I know what the buyers are looking for, right? I know how to show the house in its best light. So you can see here on the right, it looks much nicer. You can see those beautiful mid-century lines. The kitchen, again, brighter photography, staged, looks much nicer. Open up all the windows. Okay, the master bedroom. Look at the transformation here, guys. Here on the left, you can see some older furniture. Understandably, the seller has been there for over 40 years. But again, she listened to my suggestions, and we were able to take out all the wallpaper, paint the walls white, stage it, and you can see it's a big, big difference from what we had before. We didn't change the carpets. I really wanted to change the carpets. That was a big expense that the seller didn't want to spend. I said, okay, let's steam clean them. But you can see it looks much cleaner as well. And again, brighter photography, a better photographer. Okay, the office. Look at the difference here as well. This on the right looks like a brand new modern office that I would love to work in. On the left, it's more like a reading room, but it's very cluttered. The room looks small. It's the same exact room, but look how much different it looks. We took out all the wallpaper. We used really bright, again, big flash, photography for this room because it's naturally a dark room, but it's just a beautiful office that we staged. We also do floor plans and site plans. I think it's really important that the buyer understands, the floor plan. We don't want to waste time for the buyer, the agents, the seller. They have to leave the property, get the house ready to show it to the buyer. If they say, oh, there's no rooms downstairs. This house did not have any rooms downstairs, right? So if that's important for a buyer, they look at the floor plan and they can say, you know what, we don't want to go take a look at it. So that's why it's really important to do a digital floor plan. This is a digital site plan that showcases the yard, the driveway, where the house sits on the lot, and the backyard. If there's a lot of space for grass or a pool or whatever. This had a really small backyard because most of it was on a steep slope. We also do really high quality brochures. I think it's really important to have this as well. After a showing, you give this to the buyer and they can take something with them home. On all my new listing brochures, we now have a QR code, which they can snap with their phone, as you know, when you go to restaurants nowadays, and then they can see the property website. Let me show you the walkthrough video. And the walkthrough video is important. Most agents do not do walkthrough videos. I would say 99% don't, because they don't want to be on a camera. It's not easy, but it's important to be on camera and to really walk through the house, talk about the features, showcase all the good things about this property. So this is our walkthrough video. Hi, I'm Paul Salazar, and welcome to my listing at 1905 North Beverly Drive in Beverly Hills. One of my favorite things about this property is its location. It's close to the best shopping and dining that both Beverly Hills and Sunset Strip has to offer. This home's clean mid-century design, along with the beautiful mature trees that surround the property, really embody its warm and cozy vibe. You can check out all my property videos on my YouTube page. You can see that I'm in all the property videos and I'm talking about all the great features of the property, right? It's not like your typical property video that you see beautiful images. Don't get me wrong, they're beautiful videos, but you don't really know what you're looking at, right? And so it's important to really illustrate all the top features of the property. All right, let's go to the next slide. Also do a property website. Like I said, we drive all the traffic to the property website. Again, super important. The property website has all the photos, has the video, the digital floor plan, the site plan, and has any other additional documents that we want to market the property, like an amenities list if necessary. And here are the results, right? I was able to get the property sold. We had 2 offers. We sold it for 95% of list price. We had 75 potential buyers through our mega open houses with catered wine tasting. Again, an aggressive multiple offer strategy. We had 2 offers. And I believe it was the second or third month of having this listing. We got 2 offers. One was a really low ball offer, but I used that low ball offer to get this other buyer up in price. I knew this lowball offer wasn't going to make a deal with me, but I still was negotiating with them so that I can still use the multiple offer form for the other buyer. So I'm, very, very aggressive with my multiple offer strategy. I always try to get any offer, even if it's a lowball offer, because when I do, I create urgency with the other buyers. I can let them know that I have an offer in hand, and if they want to make a deal, they should make a deal now, right? It's how do you create urgency as the agent? That's one of the tactics I use. Is I say, just submit any offer you want. Let me work with the seller, and I use that as bait for the other buyers that are looking at the property and that may be on the fence of buying it, right? If you knew, a house that you liked, was already had an offer, that makes you want to get it more, right? It's like anything else, right? So you want to create that urgency as the agent. We're able to leverage our initial offer to get the second offer. Like I said before, here's our review from the seller. You can see all my 5-star reviews on Zillow, on Google as well. If you have any questions, I'm really easy to reach out to. Again, you can find me on Instagram at Paul Salazar Group. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.